Hey, you crazy motherfuckers. Welcome back to another edition of Krazy Truth. I'm Cole. I'm your host with the most... Cole? I did that wrong. How did I do that wrong? And I'm here with the lovely, and all over this shit, Miss Amanda.
Hey.
Man, that was nothing sexier than that. Hey! Anyways, we're here to get y'all hot and bothered. Can you tell? That's that sexy smoker voice. We're here to get y'all hot and bothered with, this is season, I don't even know what the fuck we're doing.
4.
I forgot to write down the time. Hold on.
Season 4, episode 166.
Go ahead, keep going. What's next?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Okay, Silver.
Or some
There
shit.
you go. Look at you go. It's like you've been doing this with me the whole time. Anyway.
I just don't listen to you.
Wow, this is why our marriage is successful. Anywho, external affairs and not listening. Yay, good plan. My beard is so long it's touching the microphone. That's fucked up. Anyways, okay. So, yeah, paid sponsors real quick. ASN Lifestyle Magazine, 3 million fucking swingers can't be wrong. And if they are, they're a mob and they're going to take over the world and fuck you whether you're ready for it or not. I'm
Well,
just
if
kidding.
they weren't fucking, they'd be lame.
They're all over it. But if you want to know all the latest and greatest going on, ASNLifestyleMagazine.com. Now, here's the cool thing. Don't forget, there's an award show coming up September. We're going to be there. We're going to be presenting. We're up for awards. You can be a part of our victory. Be our victory. We need your help. Vote, vote, vote. You can vote every single day on ASNLifestyleMagazine.com. ASN Lifestyle Magazine Awards.com/vote. You can vote every single day, once a day. We need you to vote for Full Swap Shop, Crazy Winter Nights, and Krazy Truth. We need you to do it. And you know what? So go vote. Light up the polls. You have till July 31st. We want to take home some hardware. There's going to be porn stars there, and I hope to be hard. I'm wearing one of them. Anyways, with that being said, so we're in categories like Best Lifestyle or Adult Industry Supporting Business, Best Lifestyle Adult Business New for under a year old, Best Online Retail Store, Best Event, that's Crazy Winter Nights, we really want that one, Best Adult Podcast, and Best Lifestyle Podcast. Vote, 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 vote. You know what I think they should do? There you go. By the way, don't forget to visit FullSwapShop.com. Check it out today. All the cool stuff. That's swag, sports, and shows. There you go. All right. See how quickly I blew through that shit? Like a trained fucking professional. I'm an animal. Animal, I tell you. Grrr. And so, with that being said,
Okay.
I am now leaving the show.
No,
and
stop.
I'm done. What?
Okay, you're not done. Okay, so last week we talked about if I hit 30 pounds, I was going to get a hood piercing.
You were. Which is similar to a hood ornament. Just saying. Go ahead.
It's going to be a duck.
Hopefully. Oh, will you get one of the rubber duck ones? The pissed off duck so I can smoke a cigar in your pussy? That'd be awesome.
They even make such a thing?
Yeah, I bet they do. I bet you I can find one.
Oh, good God.
Will you get a little middle finger like a crazy cat with a finger on your pussy?
If you can find one. I don't know.
Amanda's pussy's going to flick you off. Amanda's pussy's going to flick you off.
Anyway, I did hit it on Friday, but I won't get it done until after Crazy Summer Nights.
Yeah, so then on
so
a
I
badge.
can submerge in the pool.
And here's the thing, with a flick off finger, it may get a weight, then she'll have a super angry vag. And an angry vag will have a flick off finger, and that'll be cool as
I
fuck.
don't want an angry vag.
Maybe you do. You know what an angry vag does? It grabs a dick and just fucking holds on to it like, it'll make it come even harder. If you'd like to see Miss Amanda's angry vag, text 1-800.
Fuck off. Wow.
Trust me, after it gets pierced, when you start putting a needle through your vag, through your hood, it's going to be angry. It's going to hate you for a little while. You know what else is going to make it angry?
What?
When I walk by and flick it.
Do that and I'll flick your lonely nut.
Hey, 1 is the loneliest number. Just saying. But that'll be cool. So are you gonna get a big dangly finger, or what hood ornament? What kind of hood ornament you want to get?
No, it'll probably be a flipping bar. I'm not putting something.
I don't know if you want a
dangly
flipping bar. What if your boyfriend has a fucking? That's just it. He has his dick pierced. So now it'll be like the ring toss game. So I get it. So what you're gonna do is it's gonna be carnival sex. Step right up. Step right up. 3 loops, 1 an animal. You're going to have to carry stuffed animals with you at all times to give your boyfriend a stuffed animal if you fucking get to hook 3 times in a row.
Wow. That's all I got is wow. Wow.
I so cannot wait for that phone call. I don't want you to say anything. Just come up and go to the conference room. You know where it's at. Just get up here, keep your mouth shut, and bring pliers. Don't say anything. Just bring pliers. I don't want to hear any of your smartest comments. Just fucking bring pliers. Shut up. Get here fast.
Yeah.
And a Band-Aid.
Ow.
Hey, when you left, you just had a bar. Now you come home with a bar and a loop. I'll be damned. This is like kids when they first get braces. That's gonna be awesome.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna be now. I'm going as a ringmaster for fucking Halloween.
Oh, you already were, weren't you?
Yeah, but I didn't have something to bark about this time. Now I do. Step right up. So for those of you, hey, you know what? Oh, this is awesome. So for Crazy Summer Nights, buy your tickets now, and you can ride the original version, and then buy your tickets for the coming soon for the new improved version, the Robo Vag. Because you're gonna go from no metal to metal. Rock on. Yeah. You know what we're gonna do after you get this done?
Shut up.
We're gonna take and go, and we're going to every airport for no apparent reason. We're gonna go everywhere where there's metal detectors. Hey, I think I need to run to the city county building. What for? I don't know. Beep 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 beep.
I've
beep,
had
beep.
it go off for no reason, and then she's like, "I need to scan you." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, but when
then she runs it and she goes, "Oh, do you have a piercing?"
but
No, I'm good.
But here's
sometimes the zippers do it.
But here's the thing. When I hook a piece of metal onto it, purposely, it's like it's gonna be a new game. How sensitive are the metal detectors? I'm gonna hook like tie the fucking loop little fucking things on there so that it'll be like, yeah, let's go in. Ding 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 ding. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm so excited. Oh look, we already have people. For those of you who don't know, we do this in front of our live secret Facebook group, Casbank. Shh, don't tell the others. And look, we already have people lining up to buy tickets. Perfect. that'd be 3 for $5. 3 for $5, 10 for 20. Away we go. Step right up. Play the hoop game. So now I gotta go find where I can find bulk stuffed animals. This is fucking awesome. All right.
No.
What else would you like to talk about? This is great. This show is going awesome so far.
Nothing, especially when the peanut gallery is
So here's the thing. Hopefully, when you get it pierced, I'll have that. We'll be able to do a live show on Full Swap Radio, and we can do a live event of you getting your hood pierced.
Oh!
Yeah, no shit. And this clink 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 clink. Oh, don't worry, I'll get that. Clink clink clink. What happened? Dropped it. Oh no! You know what? Do you think they have? Now think about this for a minute. Not for you, but some girls are kind of like deep and wide. So like mechanics have like this magnet on the end of a stick that extends. So if you drop like a ratchet or a socket, you can get it down the engine. Do you think that piercers have that in case they're piercing some chick that's like gaping and they like lose a piercing? Like there it is.
No.
Let me pull those flatbacks and let's see what we can find in here. Going in, Bob. Send in the canary. Okay.
Why?
This is so fucking awesome. I love this
why?
Shit. All right. Anyways, moving right along.
He's in rare form.
No, I'm fucking I've been sitting down all day. Okay. All right. Next. All right. So we'll be showing pictures of that. The Ms Amanda clip, right? So. What else happened this weekend? So our show tonight, real quick. So let's talk about our shows. Our show, and we want to talk about. Usually, we don't talk about our adventures.
No, not very often.
Because most of our adventures kind of suck.
Just the stories of stupid shit.
Yeah, just epic fails. Womp, womp, womp. No, but we're going to talk about our adventures because
the tailgate of a truck was not an epic fail.
Oh no, that was just epic. But anyway, but what we're going to talk about because you did something. See, we're all about bucket list things, right? And you accomplished
I don't really have a bucket list.
No, you don't have a bucket list. You got to We talked about it in the past. There's some things you wanted to try, and obviously, so for a precursor for everybody, obviously we know stuff about BDSM and the Kinkster world, and we know stuff about lots of things. We do not claim to be experts in the BDSM world at all.
No.
But we've been around it. We've been exposed to it. There's certain things I'm going to try. So the first thing is, that's part of what makes this exciting, is that we're talking about stuff that is not like our normal path. So, but it's cool shit that you've always kind of wanted to try. So, take it away.
Fuck off. It started like 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Talked about getting tied, for one, just tied up with rope. But then it led to suspension.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, well, let's look into that. Well, but I didn't know anybody that did it.
Right.
Or that I knew very well.
You didn't know anybody that you trusted.
Well, that I didn't know them.
Right. Well, yeah. You know. So, well, you
let's go with knowing. Okay. So it was going to happen at the last Krazy Winter Nights.
Yes.
And this guy came in to ask me questions, because apparently there's a whole big mental thing to it. For me, I think that they felt, well, I don't know.
We'll anyway, come back to that in just a second.
Yeah, we will come back to that.
Go ahead with the
we talked a little bit. The time that he wanted me to do it was the time that I would need to get ready for a formal event. So I'm like, yeah, no, we'll just pass. Well, it's a good thing. I wasn't feeling the vibes anyway.
Right.
So there it goes. One guy that we knew said, well, I'll do it. And I'm like, how well do I know you? You have to trust, you have to know, you have to feel comfortable. If you don't know somebody, you references.
Yes, references. I'm just enjoying this right now. Go ahead, keep going.
Why?
Because this is usually the roles are reversed. So I'm just randomly gonna throw out things here and there, and I'm gonna pick my nose real quick.
Don't pick your nose. So after stop it, fuck off, because then you're gonna make me like choke.
I'm not gonna make you choke.
Okay, I'm not even gonna look at you.
No, shut up. Just keep going. You're doing great. Give her support, everybody.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, keep going.
So after numerous talking to different people and putting it on the back burner, going, yeah, whatever, it's gonna happen. You know, I'm not gonna force it. I'm not out hunting it down either. So finally,
very, very quiet.
Finally, we start laughing because this rigger that we know just happens to be somebody Cole met years ago, just doesn't remember. Like college.
Yeah, like 30 years. So it turns out that we have somebody in past life that it comes back in, and now we're all doing the same thing.
Not that I haven't developed trust for him and heard enough about him.
Right, but it was like one more thing, because yes, the trust factor. Look, one of the things first and foremost as we venture down this path, and you talked about it a little bit with trust. A huge part of any of this that we have learned that's very similar between swinging and kinksters and anything else is trust. Okay, and obviously having trust and a level of comfort. And we want to put this out there right now again, and we haven't talked about this with him on which I think I can say his name. Yeah,
I didn't get permission, so
I'm going to. I don't care. Sue me. We got whatever. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so when we talked to TR, we went over again the fact of, look, there's some really cool shit with the Kinkster stuff, and as Ms Amanda is going to describe more of her adventure being with the suspension, it strikes you, and it's amazing, and we talked about it, the reality of the fact that if you don't know what you're doing with this,
you can get seriously hurt.
You can fuck somebody up. So we want to put this out here. This is the disclaimer, so you can't sue Casbah Inc. You need, if you're going to try anything,
do your research first.
Do your research on your people. Trust with, go to experts.
Well,
look, don't just have somebody that's like, hey, look, I went and bought a rope, want me to tie you up and hang you upside down. No.
Look into what you're wanting to do. because there are so many things, because I do my research.
She's an overthinker, everybody.
I'm a Gemini, imagine that. Okay, so I know if it's put in the wrong spot, it can cut off the nerve supply and cause instant nerve damage. It could take months, if not ever, get sensation back in certain places. It can cut off blood supply. Did
that mean to your vocal cords at all? Okay. I'm kidding. It's a joke. Laugh, everybody. Go ahead. I wouldn't want that would happen. I would miss hearing your vocal voice every day. Ow! Don't hit me.
Yes, I would. So you can get dumped on your head.
Yeah.
There's so many things that can happen, and I looked it up. I knew what I was getting into before I did it.
Yes, you did.
I can't help it.
And here's one of the other really. We have a unique situation with us when we go to do something like this, because people know us. They know who we are. They know that we do this. They know we have whatever. And so what was one of the things that was awesome with TR was when he went through the process with you. He went through the process with you. Mm-hmm. There wasn't just, it's like, yeah, we know each other so I can breeze through it. No, he went through the process with you just like you were a first-time person, mm-hmm. explaining what he was going to do. Mm-hmm. And by the way, and I'm sure every rigger is different. I obviously was allowed to be in there mm-hmm. and take pictures and video. He was very, very cool about letting me do that. I tried to make sure I stayed back so I wasn't in the way, like trying to help, because that's a bad thing. But when he went through the process, it wasn't an act. It was, he went through the process and he explained what he was going to do mm-hmm. ahead of time. Make sure you were okay with it. Make sure you understood. You want to talk about making sure someone has the best possible experience they can have. That is exactly what he did. And the reason I'm pointing that out is I'm not just doing that to just throw him personally a kudos, which I am, but he's a professional. He knows what he's doing. So if you have somebody that's going to do something like this on you that you want to try, and they don't treat you, if they just because they know you or whatever, they don't cover all those bases, to me that would be a red flag. Mm-hmm. Because again, we don't know shit about that world, not mm-hmm. really, and that was really, as a spouse, that was really comforting too, because I'm watching you and I could see you were totally comfortable all the way through.
Yeah.
But but you would have said it. You would have said no if you weren't. Anyways, but
no, I speak up.
Yeah, really, 27 years, she wouldn't shut the fuck up. Anyways, I'm kidding. It's a joke, god damn it. Vote with it. Okay, so go ahead. Sorry. Okay, we have to keep adding these little things in there, as people need to know.
Okay. I'm like, where were we?
You're talking to the microphone. There you go. First step. Don't dead air. Nobody likes dead air. Talk.
Shut up. Yes, it's just fine. Shut
By the way,
up.
one negative I am going to say with this, there was no ball gags involved. It really disappointed me.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway.
So go ahead.
Jackass.
I'm a dick. Huh?
Okay, so I threw out on the ladies' page, what do I wear? Because I'm going, the artistic side of me goes, if I go full nude, that'd be really cool pictures. If I wear lingerie, sexy bra and panties, that'll be really sexy, and just more concerned about the photo aspect of what would look good in pictures. And then I was advised by several to wear clothes for your first time because of the ropes and the. I'm losing my vocabulary.
Mismanagement drink. Basically, because because again, they were talking about for rope friction and for just
friction was the word.
And okay, so this is another part of it I think you should talk about too. And the whole thing is, if you have a spouse, we had lots of, even though it was totally your choice. Mm-hmm. If I was going to let you, it's not like I was going to tell you, no, you can't anyways. But we made sure we communicated to make sure we were both on the same page. Because again, when your spouse has limited experience in this world also, okay, you will see shit. Look, Terry showed us some of his other toys that weren't involved in this. If you don't know about these things, there's some scary shit. Mm-hmm. Okay, so again, communicating with your spouse and making sure, or your significant other, that you're on the same page. And like when it came to clothes, my thing was, because you were like, well, what could I take pictures of so we could post, blah, blah, blah. And my whole thing was, it's not about, sometimes we have to put that part away. Mm-hmm. And it's about your personal experience. One of the other really badass things that we were really fortunate with this, you got to do this not in front of a peanut gallery. Oh, there's a whole lot of people that
wouldn't have bothered me one way or the other.
No, but still, it gave you, you didn't have to feel like you were on a show to hide or to alter reactions or anything else. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of cool. So well, Jesus fucking Christ, bitch. What we're trying to do is make sure people feel comfortable as they go through this shit, so that if they don't know, because there's a lot of people want to do this, but they don't know how to. They don't have access to the resources of people that we do.
Right. That is very true.
So the thing is that, look, if you're somebody, if you want to do it privately, that's okay. You know, until you know how you're going to like it. Sometimes doing shit in front of a crowd, you can be worried about the crowd or what reaction you're supposed to have, and not actually get the opportunity to enjoy it and experience it for yourself. What the fuck is that look for? Are you fucking kidding me right now? My god!
Shut up. The only thing that's going through my head is, you're the one that puts on the show. I don't.
Well, okay. So I'm gonna give you. Okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example here. The first time that I ever had knife blade, the only time I've had knife blade done on me, was at an event in a very public setting. And so on top of it, it was the first time I'd been restrained. So there were a lot of eyes on me, and there's a certain level, like in my mind, I knew. Because I mentioned on Friday night, I talked about that there were times I would pull on I would try to, I'd fight the restraints a little bit. But I knew I'm claustrophobic. Mm-hmm. But I also knew there was a whole bunch of people watching. What's the one thing I could not do? I could not have like just lost my fucking shit and be like, ah! I mean, think about what that would have done. Because I had to be on show.
I've never been restrained.
Well, obviously,
but
you
I don't
can
have
tell.
a problem with it.
Right.
I don't know.
But she doesn't like ball gags. Just saying. Weird.
It's because it has your mouth open and causes your jaw to fucking lock
Talk
out.
louder.
No.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna quit here. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna let you just keep going from here.
Okay, so I ended up wearing. I don't have leggings.
Which, by the way, so Tiffany put. You can get rope burn. Your skin will can twist and bleed. So. And so I'm trying to make sure we are people getting in. Shannon, being involved in certain areas of the kink world, I will only do things when all parties involved are informed by consent. Absolutely. And the crowd will distract the rope top and suspension. So if they aren't experienced, the danger level becomes astronomical. So again, this is the danger. She's pointing out one of the dangers of if you have somebody that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
You know, don't do this to them.
It's because you were restrained when you were for suspension. I know that. I was being prior to Friday night. I had never been restrained before.
But she liked that part.
Except, when you've held my hands up like this when we're fucking. Yeah. But that's beside the point.
And you want to know what? Here's what's going to happen. This week, I'm going to strap her to the hood of a fucking car and we'll try that. I'm just kidding. So, go ahead. All right, go ahead with your story.
Okay, so
Don't you quit talking. We can't have dead air just for a second. Shut up and go. Oh, my God.
Okay, so we have to keep our banter and shush it.
Great, I just did water play on myself by waterboarding myself. Go ahead. Okay, keep going.
Anyway, so I wore... I don't have leggings, so the closest thing I had was running pants, which are thicker, thank goodness. And then I wore a tank top. Of course, I just stripped down right there.
I noticed that. We were just talking. It was awesome.
I know. I'm like going, well, he knew I had piercings, so he must have seen me. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, you only had nipple piercings at that point, huh? Well, you still do.
My belly button.
Oh, yeah, that one too.
Oh, yeah, that one too.
I just keep thinking lower. Hood over. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. Quit. Go.
Oh, my goodness.
Just go, goddammit.
Apparently.
People are wondering whether or not you survived this. You can't get to that.
I'm here, so of course I survived it. Okay,
Because it was awesome.
So then, he let me choose a color of rope I wanted, green.
Which is actually a nice touch.
Yeah, it is a nice touch.
It totally is. Well, but it makes sense. I mean, you don't want to be looking at yourself all fucking in some color that you hate. That makes sense. I get it.
Okay.
Look, maybe if he had silver rope, you'd have felt like it was duct tape, and you wouldn't have felt as comfortable. I'm just saying. I don't know. God. Okay, so keep going.
Okay, so
You can do it.
so then he starts by wrapping the rope around my waist, right? Okay.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
I was there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Fucking smart ass. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to decide if I want to go where I want to go with it, how I want to go, because I've been pondering this all day. Okay. So the sensation of the rope going on and the touch of fingers on, even though it's through clothes, on the skin, and watching, because of course, I was watching, looking down, going, ooh,
Right.
and watching him straighten out and making sure it was right. That was neat.
Right.
In a seductive kind of way. I don't know. It's kind of seductive in my world.
It was
Because it's a sensual touch.
As watching it from the outside perspective, it was mesmerizing because it was so, watching it was very methodical.
Well, yeah.
And, I mean, but it was, the first time you see somebody just suspended, you don't understand, like, you don't
There's
get
a
it.
purpose for
right.
every...
As you're watching, and I'm watching him do this, the very methodical, movement check, method to it. It really brings home the concept of there's a method to the madness.
So he restrained my hands, but my arms.
Mm-hmm.
Not even my hands, but my arms behind my back. That was different because I hadn't had that done before.
Yeah.
So that was different.
Do you remember why he said he did it?
So I wouldn't grab a hold of the rope when he pulled me back.
That
or
one
lifted me up.
One of the coolest things with this is he's explaining why the logic behind it. Because seriously, I never thought of that until he said it was like, and then it's like, well, that would make sense that your natural, it stopped your natural
instinct
reaction
is to grab.
Yeah, and you didn't.
I didn't move.
But that was not an option.
No, it wasn't.
So now with that, then part of what I understand is the control shift that they always talk about in BDSM, the power shift and the control shift of giving up. And that's not the right phrase all of a sudden. And you're just staring at me like you have no fucking idea what I'm talking about.
No, you're talking about giving up control.
But that
surrendering
shift,
control.
Surrendering control. Because at that moment in time, you're surrendering control to a degree.
But in all honesty, I didn't have control all the way through.
Well, you did.
Well,
but
in a way.
Right.
If I wanted to, I could say something and change it.
Right.
But I don't.
Right, exactly.
He's doing his thing. I'm going to give up every bit of control, and he's got a way of doing stuff, and that's how it's supposed to be done. And I let it happen. I'm not a control freak.
Yeah.
I mean,
bull fucking shit. But sure, whatever. For the sake of this exercise, TR, you're lucky. You didn't get to see the control freak sign. I've seen it. Just saying. No, I'm just passing.
Don't be a dick.
I'm not being a dick. Okay, now I gotta ask you one other question because what was one thing he told you to do when he showed you what? He showed you the carabiners, right?
Right.
And he said, what was your job?
To make sure that it was twisted shut.
That he twisted shut. When he did use them, did you?
Yes.
Because I found myself, because what he said was, he showed you the carabiners, he's going to use these, and I do this with them, and your job is to make sure that I've done that with them. Mm-hmm. And it was so funny because I found myself watching him too. Oh. In my mind going, yep, he did it. Guarantee he did not need our fucking help and assistance in any way, shape, or form. But it makes me wonder if that's also to a degree a thing of it diverts, it gives you something else to focus on. like for you, it's not a big deal, but if you were really, really nervous, it's like somebody's getting a tattoo for the first time, it's really nervous, they'll give you something else to focus on type thing. You know what I mean? I wonder if that's something.
It could be.
You weren't nervous, so you had complete trust.
What people don't realize, I did submit. What people don't realize is I'm a very analytical, logical thinker. So plus I do yoga and I meditate, so I can clear my mind and have absolutely nothing going through it. So when it's quiet, I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, do, and not thinking of a thing. It's kind of weird, but whatever. When he did go around my leg, it caught a pussy lip. I'm like, woo! Okay, trying to lift up my leg, trying to get it loose because, my arms are suspended and I can't just move it.
They weren't suspended; they were tied up.
They were tied up.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
And you had an eye itch because I had to come over and put my finger out for you to scratch your eye.
As soon as my arms were behind me, I'm like, damn it, my eye itches.
Yeah.
So Cole had to come over. I'm like, just leave your finger there.
I was the assistant. That was awesome. I love it. Anyways, go ahead.
I don't want you poking my eye out. Okay, so what are you laughing?
Nothing. Just keep going. Keep going.
That big thing. Did you want to do a half?
Oh yeah. Hey, real quick, we're gonna take a quick break. Hold on, right now. Hang in there with us. I've been waiting all fucking week for that. We'll be right back. Hey, do you have cool merchandise? Of course you fucking don't unless you've been to Full Swap Shop. There's some great shows on Full Swap Shop. Krazy Truth has merchandise. In Bed with Nikki. Venus Cuckold. Front Porch Swingers. Swinging Flamingos. Upside Down Pineapples. Sunshine. Sex Talk with Sunshine. Full Swap Radio has merch on there. And so many more. I'm trying to go. ASN has merch on there. So go check them out today. Get your cool merch. Don't be left behind, dork. Get some cool shit at FullSwapShop.com.
Really?
Now we're back. And now, thanks for hanging with us.
Oh,
back to Amanda.
Such a dork. Wow. Okay, so I have rope around my legs, rope around my waist. My arms are tied behind my back. He's looping carabiners and looping it through, and I'm like, okay, it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. And then, of course, he wails, and I'm like, well, he doesn't wail. He pulls back. And I go up, of course, your feet, it didn't take much because I'm short.
Right. Let him blow you off your feet. Anyways, go ahead.
So you go up and you're like, holy crap. But you don't know which way your body's supposed to go. Am I supposed to still be sitting? Well, with it logically thinking, analytically, it's wrapped around my waist. That's where the carabiner is. That's where the center of gravity. That's what's going to be directly below the ring. So I'm just like, okay. But my feet are dangling. I'm like, I don't get it. But I did get it. Because it took a minute. But the ropes burn a little bit.
You feel the ropes.
You feel the ropes because, I guess I was more anticipating around my ass because that's the most cushioned of my whole entire body is my ass and my leg. So I was anticipating that, but when it got me around my waist, I was like, okay, thank God I do yoga.
Yeah.
Because arms tensed up back behind me. I was all tensed up, and of course, you have to tense your stomach when you have ropes in the side of it. And you're like, okay, but you have to breathe. And then I'm like going, okay, do breathing. You said, oh my gosh, it sounds like you're in labor. Well, I'm trying to breathe through it, but I'm.
Well, okay. So at first, you could see your body. You stiffened your body up, and then knowing you like I do, I've seen it, and I saw you literally make the decision. But that's what it is.
I do.
Is you made the decision to stop fighting. Mm-hmm. Stop fighting it.
It's like take a deep breath.
Clear
your mind.
Right. And
just breathe.
And you could see a total shift in your body. And I think that is, I everybody get how the headspace and all that's totally different for everybody. But for you, that was a huge part because you could literally see, I could see, then you were breathing, and I joked about you going, you weren't going, but you were deep breath, you closed your eyes, and you could literally just see you quit fighting.
Maybe that's the surrendering of control.
It might be, but that was the part where, and that I think that because when he first put you up, he said you're going to want to get pictures because I don't know how long she's going to be able to be in that position, because we both thought you could start to see you sweat a little bit, and I think we both thought initially that's like, oh, okay, because here's another thing. Again, this goes back to working with someone that is a professional and knows what they're doing, that you trust. The entire time, okay, he's talking. TR's talking, explain what's going on, and we're still talking and kind of joking and whatever, but he is intently focused on you. Look, I could have run around with my hair on fire, and I don't think he'd have noticed, because he had one focus, to make sure you were okay, and that was his focus, and he was watching you, and he's like, that's when he said, he goes, you're going to want to get pictures, because I don't know how long she's going to be able to want this position. And he is watching you. And that focus, again, this is what you want from someone that if you're submitting control, you're turning over control, you want someone that is that focused. There is not a doubt in my mind that if you would have winced, because he would ask you, are you okay? He's watching your whole body, your whole face. He's watching the whole thing, looking for changes. Mm-hmm. And again, from my standpoint as a significant other watching, that's comforting. Mm-hmm. So go ahead, keep going.
Okay, so then he puts rope around my feet and ties my feet up. That was way more comfortable. It is not a comfortable experience, but it's not supposed to be.
Right.
So it was just kind of odd. What?
No,
you act like you want to say something.
No. Go ahead.
So then I was let down.
Mm-hmm.
Back on my feet. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I was playing with my feet, moving them in and out.
Right.
So I was playing around once I got comfortable, and not that I didn't feel secure, because I did.
Right.
But I moved my feet trying to think I could adjust a little bit. So I felt maybe I can make it a little bit more comfortable and move my feet.
Right.
And it did a little bit.
And no, I never got to pinata her. I did have a bad out.
He did have a bad out. And
thank you, TR. But I did not get to
him.
Actually slap her with the bat when she was up. I wouldn't have done that. Probably.
Yeah.
Anyways, just saying. Go ahead.
So then he rearranged the... Did he rearrange the ropes or redo them?
No, he in certain parts. You redid certain parts of them to change how you were going to be. Yeah, how you were going to be suspended. Your arm still stayed.
My arm stayed the whole time.
Yeah. So that he could suspend you differently, because that's when he suspended you
face down.
Yep. Which was, again, as he talked about, hands. The natural reaction would be to throw your hands out in front of you, and
there was times I stuck my arms out. Now my arms only go so far, and I know that from yoga.
Right.
But it was pretty cool. Okay, when you're on your stomach though, and you have ropes around your waist, to breathe is a challenge.
Right.
Because you've got something pushing on your stomach, and then you're supposed to take a breath.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't work out the best, so you have to readjust yourself and try to breathe. Now, apparently, I didn't last very long in that position, because apparently my whole body was turning red.
Yes. You're starting from the top of your skull. It was matching your hair.
I was warm in there.
It went, and it was not hot in there at all.
It could have been hot for much.
It went very quickly. And again, once again, huge kudos, because immediately he saw it, and you weren't in that position very long.
You better do it quick, because I'm not staying here.
And again, and you were like, yeah, that was quick. But so here's the other thing. So now you've got to do 2 different positions.
Yeah. So
far, with it, and that's awesome on top of it. So because this is like special anniversary rope time. Go ahead.
So what did you just say?
Anniversary rope time.
No, I heard that part.
2 positions.
Okay. Yes, 2 positions.
Because then he had you that 3rd position.
No.
You were just up, you were face down, and you were on your back one time.
I was on my back,
and
then I was face down. That's right. 2 positions.
And then one time you were just up. The first time you were just up. Initially, he just put you up. I keep saying up, up. The opposite of down, like an up.
No.
Up, Zimba, up.
No.
Yes.
No. He lifted up.
Yeah, because at one point in time, your feet were in front of you like a chair. And because he said he could fold you in half, but he didn't.
That was when I was laying on my back.
Okay, well, in my world, there was 3 fucking positions, but apparently
No,
it was only 2.
only 2, but that's okay.
Well, you know what?
You're just high.
All I know is I didn't get to hit it at all.
I would have been in for doing the inverted.
I
Because
would've
there'd been
pin-
less pressure on
I
my
would
stomach.
pinatted your ass so fucking bad.
You would have gotten knocked in the nuts.
No, you wouldn't have. You couldn't have done shit. You were like a hanging piece of meat. You weren't gonna do shit. TR would not have let me fucking do that, dude.
Okay, so then anyway. So then, let down, you gain your blood supply back.
No, not let down. It wasn't a let down. You were put down.
I was put down.
Yeah.
I was set down on the ground.
Yes, yeah.
And then the ropes come off.
Right.
Now the ropes coming off is pretty a cool sensation.
Is it for why? What is it? Is it the blood flow? Is it?
I'll describe that with somebody else's description
Okay.
because it's hard. This one gal, I ended up talking with somebody else that had the same experience today, or this weekend, and she had the best description of how it felt for her.
Okay.
So I will go through that in a second.
Okay.
But now, if I were naked, besides being rope burned to death, besides rope burns, the rope tying would have been erotic.
Gotcha. Okay.
I've tied rope on myself and been sopping wet.
Right.
Amanda's 50, and it doesn't happen quite like that anymore.
No, but the next time I see you with
but
it
it was
I'll
erotic.
scorch you
He
with a
goes,
hose.
and you see right here, and he grabbed it. I'm like, okay.
Dummy.
Yeah, like, he's not meaning it sexually, but if he does it again, I'm going to end up getting really wet.
That's awesome.
Just so you know.
So
So
the short version. Would you be willing to? Would you do it again? Because he said there's other knots and stuff to do.
yeah, try it again, yeah.
Absolutely. There you go. So there's the first thing. It's a great experience. So overall, scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. How would you rate?
10 being the best, 1 being the worst. I
Yeah.
heard you differently. Sorry.
That'd been great, man. I'd been like, no, wait, let's ask this again. Fuck. No, what? How would you rate? First, how would you rate the overall experience of trying something new? But I mean, with the experience of how the process and everything went. 1 to 10. How would you rate the process?
10.
And how would you rate?
Hands down.
How would you rate? Well, hands to your side. That's where they're tied. How would you rate suspension overall for your first time trying it? What would you say?
I wish I would have been a little bit more prepared on the discomfort.
Okay.
So I'd probably go with like an 8 or a 9.
Okay.
His job in doing it was a 10,
Right.
but my comfort level,
Right. Well,
wasn't
it's
there.
first time. It's new.
yeah.
Okay. So all right. So now, go ahead. So this is awesome. So you got your perspective. This other gal that had it done this weekend.
She
this-
had it done as
It
well.
was her first time also, correct? Different place, different person, but it
Different
was,
place, different person. She did it naked.
Okay. All right. She did it naked.
She did it naked because she was at a nudist camp. So
Okay.
she did it naked.
Okay. All right.
And I'm just like, oh, you did it naked. I'm like, I can't even imagine. I'm so glad.
Now here's something that's
People
funny. I'm
said
going to throw
wear
this in
clothes.
there also. She is also short like you are.
Yes, she is.
So
I think we're the same height.
So yeah,
pretty much.
so I just only reason to put that out there is because I would imagine it's different. If someone was 6'3", how they would do it would be different than somebody that's 4'11 and a half. Just saying.
I
You
don't
need longer
think
rope.
Thank
you.
You're
I'll be here all week long. Thanks so much.
I'm like, I don't think it really matter how tall you are.
I don't know.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know.
No.
I've never done it before.
Apparently. Do
Yeah.
you want to be next?
You know what? I would not do that to TR. Jesus. You know, yeah, that'll look sexy as fuck. 4 guys having to waste my fat ass up there. That'd be great. I'd look like you'd like building the pyramid. Heave ho. Heave ho. All right. So, anyways, go ahead. I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
So you okay? There you go. So there you go. You
What?
actually you have her by a couple inches. So crazy
Well,
summer.
I remember standing next to her
Crazy
crazy
Summer Nights,
summer
you're gonna
nights.
have to
Yeah,
go.
I think she was a little. I think
Yeah.
we even checked.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Continue. Progress.
Tiffany says yes, you need to do it.
Oh my lord. Only if we have a bunch of. It'll be like the fucking monkeys from the Wizard of Oz. Oh, hey, oh, way, oh, oh. That's,
anyway.
He's gonna need a stronger fucking rigging unit for that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she had the best description.
Okay.
Because I said, I'm using that. She goes, okay, do it. Okay, she said, being tied, the anticipation, and knowing I'm giving up control and trust I'm giving. That is not my norm. My own buildup, all senses heighten, crazy, wet, like a crescendo into an orgasm, but ultimately cognizant of all my surroundings. The suspension itself, everything else went away. I can't describe it otherwise. The untying itself was my climax. That was when my euphoria hit. The last rope untied was the warm flood over my body. So I can sense that, because my question to her was, what was the best part? Was it the rope tying, or was it actually being suspended? And she's like, I never really thought of it. One over the other. Because I got more out of being tied and untied than I did out of actually suspending in the air.
Okay, that's badass. It's badass for a couple of reasons. One, everybody has their own thing. Mike, we are not putting Cole at the center of a tug of war. We're talking about suspending, not drawing, quartering Cole. Okay, so one is, you both tried something new that you want to try, kick ass. But what's so cool about this is, and it helps for people that are new, wondering and trying to learn how come people like certain fetishes, kinks, BDSM, whatever. And it's hard when you're new. You ask people, well, you want this definitive answer as why people like it, and no one can ever give it to you. And right there is why. The reason why two people, you guys are similar age, and you guys are either the same age or damn close to the same age, okay? Two people, completely different parts that were the highlight of the event.
Mm-hmm.
The same kink. I guess it'd be a kink, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Tiffany or TR, if that's not a kink. But the same event, activity, whatever you want to say, but two completely opposite. It's a scene. No, fuck off. Yes, it's a scene, but you know what I mean.
It's the same type of scene.
It's the fact that that's why when you ask people, when you're new and you don't understand, you ask people, well, what do you like about it? And no one gives you the same answer. It's because what is the hottest part of it is different for every person.
Okay, so Tiffany says the flood, she gets a flood when she's first lifted off the floor.
Okay. All right. So so there again, three people, three completely different things. That is the hot part. What makes it hot? That's why we preach in the lifestyle. Don't yuck somebody else's yum.
Because everybody has a different experience and a different reason why.
Yes, and this is also why I strongly encourage people. Okay, and I gotta admit, you are way more adventurous when it comes to trying things in the BDSM world than I am.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do you fear doing suspension because of heights?
And
not having a solid footing because you're terrified of heights?
That would freak me out a little bit, but
But you're not that far off the ground.
The honest to God truth, well, I can be on a step stool and I get fucking shaky and weird. Seriously, the honest to God truth that, and this is horrible to have to admit, but it is what it is. Ultimately, I can't give up control.
I think you can a little bit.
I honest to God think that I have no doubt, TR is a pretty built dude, okay? I have no doubt you could probably lift me. You know, it's a rope and pulley system. You could probably lift me and throw my ass around. But I would be like a piñata, but one that was fighting. Because I think
you would have more issues with the hands behind your back when you're lifted off the ground.
I don't think that...
Because you have no way to catch yourself in case you were to fall.
I think they would have to use very strong ropes, because I think that... I think the amount of strength, adrenaline pushing through me because it's actually a weakness. the inability to trust enough to give control is actually a weakness. That's and it's probably one of my biggest.
You've let me do a little bit, but I haven't pushed it either.
That's why there's a lot of things that you are way more gutsy when it comes to that world than I am. Okay, you're not big into pain at all. Okay, I'm not either. But it's like, how did I discover that to a degree? Keep this in mind, ladies. To a fucking degree, I like my nipples nibbled, or I don't mind some biting when I'm fucking. To a degree, do not rip fucking flesh off me, but I'm just saying, how did I discover it? It was by accident because I was fucking in the heat of fucking throwing it down with a girl and she did it. I was like, okay, that's hot. Okay, but I am way less willing to give up that control, and I honest to God think it'd be cool to do it. I think I would love to have the guts enough to take and do like where you were face down. To do that. I would love to have the guts to do that. But
and that was not that big a deal. You're only a couple feet off.
But I know me, and I would be freaking out. And here's the other problem. The reality of it is, people want to see me do it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I could never. Okay, if we were in an event and somebody and it was, I had to do it.
You would do it for a show.
I would do it for the show. And you would never know. And
I would.
You would, because you would watch the sweat pour off of me. But it would be horrible for me. But I would do that. Like, if somebody came to me and said, I really want to try, but I'm so afraid. If you go first, will you do it? And they really wanted to try to help somebody else do it, I would do it. I would hate it. And I would go sneak away afterwards and fucking sit there and
puke your guts out.
Yeah, and try not to start smoking again. You know, I mean, seriously, you know. But I think it's very cool when people. That's why we wanted to do this show. If you want to try something, I think it's cool when people are willing to try shit.
I want to try stuff. I'm always willing to try anything twice.
Yes.
Because I want to find that cool thing that's different that everybody likes besides being a 50s housewife.
But that's a pretty cool thing.
Well, okay, there's times when I dressed up and there was times when you worked and I came home and I pampered you and it was cool.
Oh, yeah,
I like doing it. I got off on it.
You could do it more often if you like. Sorry.
No, because you're home and I go to work, so maybe you need to pivot.
I clean the house every Thursday. Fuck off. Anyways.
But anyway, I want to find that magical thing.
Right.
I'm closer to it.
Right.
Because I really like the rope.
Okay, so the one thing you said coming home is you still really also want to do, you still really want to get the massive, you would like to learn to tie people up, not necessarily suspend people, but
not to suspend, just
you would like to learn the shibari part of it. Gotcha.
Shibari.
I'd like some sherbet too. That'd be great. No, but I mean that's the thing is that okay. You have tried a couple of different things now. So you have tried knife play a couple of different times. You've done suspension once. I've been flogged. You've been flogged a little bit. You're not big time. You've had some other sensory type things. Light
sensory deprivation. We were talking
right
on Friday night.
Yeah. So you've had some things and I mean, with the exception of like stuff that's hardcore pain, you've been pretty open to trying most things. You know. So this one you're willing to give another try to. Is there any other kink out there that you go right now that you know of? I mean, it can change because we learn about new stuff all the time. That you really go, I would really like to try.
No idea.
Okay.
Because I don't know what all's out there.
Great show.
No. Shut the fuck up.
No, I mean that's yeah. What are alien eggs? Apparently alien eggs or something. I don't know what alien eggs are. I don't know what we're sticking in you now. We're gonna go with it. Chicken eggs? Do they hatch?
I'm willing to try. I don't know.
If you lay an egg out of your bag, that would be fucking awesome. Just saying. Hey, Cadbury. That tastes fucking fishy. Weird. I'm just whatever. Sorry.
But, I'm always up for trying.
Sweet.
That's what it's about.
Next up. So here's the challenge I have for everybody that's listening. Send us emails. Let us know send us email. Let us know something that you tried and whether you liked it or didn't like it and why. We'd love to see some of those. Maybe we'll put you on the air. If we put your story on the air, you'll get a free shirt. There, how about that? Look at me go.
He's excellent with eggs.
I like scrambled eggs? What?
Ovipositor. I don't know. I'll have to look
We're
it
going to
up.
have to search it up because now I just want an omelet. I don't even know what that is. Probably don't, but that's weird. Anyways. Omelet, eggs. Get it?
Yeah.
Got it. You know what?
Oh my
You
God.
can't make a new sex thing unless you crack a few eggs.
Wax?
Wax on, wax off.
I have very sensitive skin.
But
I've been told.
You've never played around with sex wax.
I know I haven't. So it depends, getting waxed, I burn. So I'm terrified to try anything that will burn me, but I'm willing to try.
Like a ring of fire. Thank you over here.
It's inserting gelatin eggs into any of your orifices.
Gelatin eggs? Can you eat them afterwards? What do you do with
Oh my God! It's probably.
Is that? Do you remember finger Jello?
Would you stop it?
What?
You don't want sugar down there.
Buck, 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 buck. She's laying eggs. She's laying eggs as she goes across the.
It feels like the biggest cream pie you'll ever experience. Plus, you'll feel super fall if we shove a bunch of them in there at the same time.
If you do it around Easter and you put them all in a basket afterwards.
I've had a hysterectomy, so there's only so much it can fit.
Well, I was gonna say, also you got eggs come out. That's like a magic trick waiting to happen. Can we do that with like handkerchiefs too? Do 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 do. This is where I'm not invited to these sorts of parties. And it's sticky. All right. Hey, with that being said, guess what? The show
Time's up.
Time's up. We gotta go. We're gonna go hide some Easter eggs. Anyway, so with that being said, a shout out to our sponsors again. Don't forget ASM Lifestyle Magazine. Hey, all of you guys listening live, go vote for us in all those categories right now. Vote. At ASM Lifestyle Magazine Awards.com/vote. Full Swap Shop, Krazy Truth, Krazy Winter Nights. Just saying. Also, Full Swap Shop. Hey, I heard that name before. Buy your cool swag. You listen to the shows. You read the mag. Come on, fuckers, go buy some swag. FullSwapShop.com. Send us your emails at crazy.casba. That's KSBH.KRAZY@gmail.com. Visit our website at crazycasba.com. Follow us on Twitter at TruthCrazy. And here's something. There's an exciting announcement coming about a brand new show. A brand new show that's getting ready to launch. You want to be a part of this. It's going to be hot, sexy, and funny. This new show is going to be fucking hilarious. And
it's not ours.
No, it is ours. But, well, we're just helping. We're facilitating the show. It's going to be badass, but you're going to love it. What?
I didn't say anything.
Finally, don't forget you can listen to us on FullSwapRadio.com. There's an app for that, FS Radio. Check it out today. We're on every Monday at 5 and again 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. But there's about 35 shows, and they started a brand new thing. They, me, us, whatever. Vanilla Sunday. So on Sundays, starting next Sunday, you can actually check out some travel podcasts, hemp wellness podcasts. There's what the fuck was the other one? Oh, a mystery murder crime podcast. So check that out. FullSwapRadio.com. So, doing it the only way I know how, the only way I want to, and the only way I ever motherfucking will, Casba style. You know what? We're out.
Bye.